Hi, folks. I'm Sherrod Brown. It's a privilege to serve you in the United States Senate. First of all, congratulations. Congratulations to all the Groundwork Ohio Fellows for completing this year's Leadership Fellowship. Thanks for your commitment and your public service, your commitment to young children and to families. It is so important. Whether you work in child care or Head Start or child welfare or preschool or childhood mental health, your work is critical to ensuring that every child in Ohio has the opportunity to reach her full potential. As you move on from this program, think about the issues facing all of us, facing your community. Think about how you can help. And that's why you're doing this, I understand. So thank you again to Groundwork Ohio for all you do to champion high quality learning, early childhood development, for providing so many early childhood professionals with the support and the training that they all need. We know how hard this pandemic's been, how it's made the challenges children and families were already facing even more difficult. That's why your advocacy on early childhood issues is more important than ever. You're fighting for children who don't have a super PAC, who don't have high-priced lobbyists looking out for them. Fortunately, we now have an administration and a U.S. Senate that's on your side. In March, we passed the American Rescue Plan. It included a bill I've been working on for 8 years, the child tax credit, the largest tax cut for working families ever passed. 90% of Ohio's families with children will get at least a $3,000 check from the federal government, $250 or $300 every month. It included funding for families in need, children in foster care, education, caregivers. Everything we're doing now with the Build Back Better agenda is about making sure that hard work pays off. It's about raising wages. It's about bringing down costs for families so that they can keep up with the extra expenses that come with raising children. Housing, childcare, health care are three of the biggest items in any family's budget. Build Back Better tackles all three of them. This bill we would finally invest in our child care workforce. Workers in child care are grossly underpaid, as you know, for their work. We must ensure that quality child care and preschool are affordable for families who need it, and I'll keep fighting to make sure this gets passed. On all of these issues, I ask you, keep speaking out. You know your communities. You know what our children need to reach their full potential. Use the skills you've learned from this fellowship to engage with your elected officials. Your advocacy, your voices, your stories matter so much to those who represent you. Share those stories with people in government. Share those stories at every level, from your U.S. senators, Senator Portman and me, all the way to county commissioners, town councils, school board members. Every year in usually March or April, I ask 6 of my Senate colleagues, 3 of each party, to join me on the Senate floor to read the 1963 letter that Dr. King wrote from the Birmingham jail. And he was writing a letter to the moderate ministers of that part of Alabama. They had said, Dr. King, we're for voting rights, we're for civil rights, but slow down, you're going too fast. He was having none of that. So on scraps of paper, he wrote this letter from a Birmingham jail and smuggled it out. And it's worth, I assume every one of you has read it in high school and after high school sometime, but I urge you to read it again. And I always save the one line I like especially in the letter for myself to read on the Senate floor as we all read from this letter from Birmingham jail. And it goes, progress never rolls in on wheels of inevitability. I'll say it again, progress never rolls in on wheels of inevitability. As we know, as Dr. King knew so well, progress rolls in because of Ohioans like you who dedicate your lives to making that progress in our communities. Thank you. Happy holiday. Thank you for service to your fellow men and women in the great traditions that are so important to your faith, to your community, to your country. Thanks so much.